Okay, this video is the #1 easiest way to prevent a car from being ripped off. This weekend I had my car broken into. Inside the car was a chipped key, one of my spare keys. I had just made some keys. I had left one in the car. It has the chip in it. This is a 2011 F-150 and I live out in Arizona. And that's where my car was sitting at the time when I got broken into. So what I have done is I've ordered a locksmith. He's going to come out and with my keys he can rekey it and put a new code into my keys. But in the meantime, the easiest way to prevent anti-theft, this here is your fuse box. Every car has one. On the Fords, they're located right up here in the front. Here's the radiator, battery, fuse box. Now, the #2 fuse is the starter relay, right here. So we pull out the starter relay, just like this. No starter relay. Close this back up. And now, this car will be unable to start without the starter relay. Okay, so we're back in the vehicle and I had just removed the starter relay, and when you put the key in, you'll see nothing happens. As I turn the key, absolutely nothing. Now up here on the car, you'll see nothing can happen. Now, the cool thing about this is you still have battery power. So you still have your radio. You're not going to lose any of your settings. And that's the #1 reason I don't like to put a kill switch off the battery. You lose your settings. The other thing is a lot of people like to put the kill switch off the fuel pump, which will also work. The only downside with the fuel pump is you can crank the engine over. Potentially you could kill the battery, mess the starter up. So a thief could sit in here for 5 minutes cranking and cranking and cranking and pumping your gas. And with this, they turn the key, they're out of luck. Now you could, on an older car, a screwdriver, nothing will start the car. So this theft prevention trick works for any vehicle. Now a lot of people already know this is very simple, yes, obviously, but this video is more for people who don't realize how easy it is just by removing one small item. The starter relay can prevent car theft on any vehicle. It's a super easy thing to do, and you don't have to do it all the time, but let's say you go to an area that is a bad area, a big city. A lot of the, recently the police forces there's been basically a war on policing, and what's the problem is the real victims are the citizens, and especially people who live in the middle class, lower middle class neighborhoods. They're the real victims. These politicians, they have security, they live in gated communities. They go out there and make their big points on TV, but the real victims of this is the people who have to deal with getting their cars broken into, always worrying about getting something taken out of their car. I have a work truck. I get people always stealing tools. All my neighbors, we've had tons of break-ins in the last 6 months. So that's why I felt, I'm going to put this little video out, and maybe this can help somebody prevent their car from being taken away. So anyways, it's time for people just to look out for other people and take care of each other, take care of your neighbors. It's a war against the criminals, and the criminals are always advancing. A lot of people use the club. Just one last thing. I've had a couple friends who had the club actually broken, bent. They actually stole the car just by bending the club, and they just drove off with the bent club in the steering wheel. So this is a free trick, and it can take you 2 minutes, and your car will not be able to be driven away. Anyway, have a great day. Take care, and I'll talk to you soon.